President Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the week summoned the Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo over his alleged involvement with the controversial 538 million naira contract scandal involving the suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Ebeta Edo. A leaked memo being circulated online shows that a firm linked to the minister received a substantial amount labeled as consultancy fees from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Tunji-Ojo had earlier in a television interview denied any involvement in the contract, explaining that he resigned his directorship of the company in 2019. The Minister of Interior said he co-founded the New Planet project with his wife 15 years ago, but resigned as a director in 2019 upon winning a seat in the House of Representatives. He, however, remains a shareholder in the company. Political analyst Charles Oludare joins us now to speak on the scandal involving the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. I want to say thank you very much for joining us today.
Having me.
All right, fantastic. So let's get it started. The minister has actually said he resigned from that particular position, although he's still part of he's still a shareholder in the company. At the moment, what do you make of his involvement in this particular scandal that has been brewing?
Question. First off, before I answer any question on this, I must full disclosure. Olubunmi Ojo was my senior prefect in secondary school, and I have not seen him since '99. I've never seen him as an adult or been in contact with him in any shape or form. But I have definitely been proud of his achievements and performance in office ever since he got appointed as the Minister of Interior. So when I heard about this, at first, I felt like I was disappointed, but when he came out on the said television channel that you referenced and gave his own part of the view of the case, I am personally satisfied. Yes, I must admit that there is an appearance of conflict. That appearance is there. He started the company and then he resigned when he got office, and then this company got a good deal from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. That cannot be, denied. But what you would have to ask also, and I'm also not trying to I'm not trying to defend that contract at all, because when you think about it, what is consultancy fee? Like that's 500 million, about 500 million, naira. If you multiply it at the rate of 1,000 naira per plate of food, that's about 10,000% better than what Jesus Christ did with 5 loaves and 2 fish. So, I'm not trying to defend the contract itself, but what I'm saying is that Olubunmi Ojo resigned from this company in 2019. So he did not do anything, or at least we have not gotten an information
Charles,
or, a press report that he did anything.
Charles, permit me to come in at this point. Politicians, some would say, political analysts like you that have looked at this case, will say that, first of all, he's still a shareholder, a major shareholder in the company, and politicians have been known to be very smart and forward-thinking. They know when to pull out of a company because of plausible deniabilities like this, knowing that they still pull the strings underneath. We've seen it happen time and time again. We've had politicians actually say that they declare assets into the future, or probably they declare assets that they know they will get in future, with the hope that when they actually get into office, they can actually amass this, and at the end of the day, the books look tidy. How do you defend this when you look at some of these things and it still smells very, very fishy?
What you have said is all based on assumptions, and assumption, like the saying goes, is the lowest form of intelligence. So what I'm saying is that the press should gather us more intelligence. If intelligence comes out that yes, Olubunmi Ojo did not resign from this office, or he did something personally to curry this favor from the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, then I will be
Charles,
on this
please
program
permit me to stop you at this point. I think that statement is a little bit derogatory. We are making an argument
No,
here. We're not evaluating our level of reasoning here now. We are only making conjectures based on facts that we do have and based on precedents that we've seen play out in this political game we've seen over the years. We're not here to probably trade words. Please, I would like you to retract that particular statement by saying that by this particular conjecture is a low level of reasoning.
Sorry if you took that as an offense. What I was trying to say, it's a common saying that I learned a couple years ago that I used. And what I was just saying is that we need more intelligence to be able to ascertain that point that you have just said. We don't have enough yet. So I believe the media should work harder. Like Olubunmi Ojo has requested an inquest. He said the media should go and investigate. So we have not seen, and I've been looking out for it, but I have not seen anybody take him up on that request for an inquest. The media should be about discovery, not destruction. So definitely, let us go and look for it. Let us look for the facts, the real smoking gun that will implicate him. He said he resigned from the company, and so by the fact that he resigned, he does not participate in the day-to-day running of the company. So he did not do anything in getting that contract. Now, if he did something, then you can go and roast him and all. So I mean, and there are multiple examples. Being a shareholder is a common thing all over the world. Barack Obama had shares. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they all had shares. When Trump was president of the United States, he was always staying in Trump Hotel, and the United States government was paying him. And Trump did not even declare whether he divested his shares or anything. He still owned the company, and he made money from it. So this whole appearance does not mean a crime has been committed or something has been violated. So the media needs to do a more dutiful job, to do its due diligence in investigating further, and then they will help all of us, look for whatever seems to be hidden, as opposed to putting everything in the realm of conjecture, because that does not hold water. It has to be a veritable evidence. Otherwise, what we are just going to be saying is a bunch of vegetables. The gravitas is in the veritas. So let us look for more information. The Minister of Interior has requested that the media should go and investigate. So let them go and investigate and tell us, no, Bunmi Ojo lied. He did not resign in 2019. He is actually still in office. There have been, some stories that his wife was director, but I saw the document that he released, and his wife's name was among the people that resigned from directorship. So let us do more inquest. Let us do more inquiry. Verify the day that he truly resigned from office. If he truly resigned from office, then let us do more inquiry, more investigation. Ask from people around the Ministry of Humanitarian what he did to get that contract. He said he didn't do anything. He does not make decisions in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. So you can't crucify someone for what they did not do. Just because he benefits, yes, that is incontrovertible. He has an interest in it and there's a benefit from it. But he will need to have sought that benefit before you can say he did something illegal or he did something unethical. He will have to do something. But what we have been saying all through the start of this scandal, no one has been able to pinpoint what he did, which is what will be, what will be a convicting or, a roping action that he would have done. So definitely, I am not defending like I said, I'm not defending the contract. I am also not defending whatever the company did. But if he is not in charge of the day-to-day management of the company, if he is not a signatory to any account that is being owned by the company, if the company went to purvey his name to get a contract, you can't say he has done something wrong because he was not the one that did that. Now, on the flip side, if he called the Minister of Humanitarian to ask for a contract and the minister denied, so his company did not get a contract, he has done something wrong in that, even though he did not benefit from it. He has done something wrong in calling the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs to request a contract, and that one denied him. So these are the details. The devil is in the details. These are the details that I was talking about when I mentioned intelligence. I'm sorry to rile you up about that. I was not trying to quantify anybody's
Charles.
level of reasoning.
Very good, Charles. Let me come in. The government has also ordered more investigations, and of course, Betta Edu has been, summoned by the EFCC, and of course she's gone and has been released so far. So do you think more individuals or groups might be involved at some point as the investigation continues regarding this saga?
The more, I am all for full disclosure. Let them open every paper, open every rug, open every carpet. Whoever has been involved in these old shenanigans, but because this is something that is very painful to me, this is something that I take seriously in terms of like when it comes to humanitarian, assistance. I was a medical doctor in Nigeria. I saw how children were dying because they didn't have food to eat. As a medical student, I tried to organize a concert in 2011 where I invited Davido, Sam Clef, and Wife Q. We called it Feed the Kid, because people are hungry. So if there's something that is supposed to give the people a lifeline, and some people are, abusing it, malhandling it, it is something that is deeply regrettable. And whosoever has been involved with this scandal, they should be looked for, they should be investigated, the facts should be ascertained, they should be prosecuted, and if found guilty, they should be confiscated. They should be incarcerated. But that is why I said, if there is an evidence that Olubumi Ojo, who was my senior prefect, did something in this regard, I will be here with you. We will be criticizing him together. But I need that evidence. I need to be helped so that I can get that evidence to criticize my senior prefect. Otherwise, I will say that he on his own part has not done anything, but anybody, I believe there is going to be a lot more, because 500 was one, there were two, there was the issue with the past minister and 44 billion, there was the director of the social investment program. It is just poor, reasoning on part of these politicians, what I call poverty of the mind, that is making them steal this money that they don't even know how they are going to, when they are going to spend it, how they are going to spend it. This particular ministry should be in the business of raising funds, going to meet charity organizations, going to, increase what they are, because there is a lot to do. The money the loan they got from the World Bank and everything is not enough to do what they want to do. So the fact that the little they have, they are even still stealing from it is quite painful and annoying. And I will not, be against any discovery. Please, as a matter of fact, I have suggested that the anti-graft agencies should be given the power to freeze assets, all assets, houses, cars, everything, bank accounts, during the course of an investigation, so that the people who have committed the crime don't have access to.
I want to say thank you very much for your time here. We've actually run out of time at the moment. I want to say thank you very much for your opinion today. Charles Oludare, political analyst here on Newsday.